cool, the 1190 Adventure. Now I am seriously looking at the Adventure R, but there's no demos of those available, so we're going to test the Adventure. And look at that, I'm lost already. Okay, well, we're on an adventure bike, we'll just go this way. Anyway, yeah, actually it's very easy to ride. The seat position feels quite low, it's very smooth, although I am used to the motard, but I guess it's not as smooth as inline 4, definitely. It is an awesome looking bike. I mean, there's a million pictures on the net, so it's easy to look at. Wow, those heated grips are warm. So what is this GPS bag for? I can't see the bloody tacho. The screen actually offers a lot of protection, but it is a little bit buffety at the top of my head. Probably adjust that. This one certainly goes alright. So we're doing 100 kilometers now, at 3,000, just under 3,500 RPM. Yes, well, this is incredibly comfortable. You can sit on this all day for sure. Now, I mean, the seat is fairly firm. I did see some complaints about the seat, but you know, it doesn't feel bad to me. Maybe people coming off some plush bike might have a bit more of an issue with it. Yeah, so there's our instruments there. Don't know if you can see them. Favourites, trip 1, trip 2, fuel range. Drive mode is in sport. Trip 1. Well, he's got lots of trip 1s. I believe you can set them to however you want. Ooh, heated grips. Off, minimum, medium, maximum. They are very warm. Good in weather like this. General info. Air temperature 10 degrees. Oh, 10.7. It's done 2,100 kilometers. So battery, oil temp. What's that? Average speed, average fuel consumption. Looks like it's got pretty much everything. We might go around the roundabout and come back the way we just came, because the freeway is a bit boring. I don't know what these knobbies are like on the asphalt, so I won't be giving them too much of a caning, but I'm sure it would wheelie. It just says traction control. So supposedly this is people's argument that it's very difficult to change mode. So let's go. So we're in we can cycle through all the menus, and if we're on drive mode, we hit set. What did that say? Closed throttle. The throttle is closed. I see. Street. So we actually just cycle down those, and we can go off-road, set. Closed throttle. Okay. Well, how could we do that on the... So that's now in off-road mode. Well, that's... Who could complain about that? That's easy. Hey! Okay, so if we cycle, set, sport mode, set, close the throttle, it's closed. It changed. So whoever said you have to be stationary is full of shit. I just changed modes on the fly, but you just have to have the throttle closed. So okay, I'm doing 100 kilometers an hour. Change it to street mode. Set. Close the throttle. Done. And there you go. So no problem about changing that. It's very easy. I mean, yes. People say, oh, but the BMW, just one press of a button, you know, or one hold of a button. But I tell you what, that's very easy to change modes. Or maybe it's the traction control turning it right off is the difficult part. Actually, it's very low center of gravity. That's not difficult to ride at all. Quite a nice little note to the motor. I think this is just still the stock pipe, but what do you want? Oh, set off-road mode. The throttle is closed. Well, there you go. It spins up. Most definitely spins up. But then it does, as soon as it started to step sideways, it actually just limited the throttle. Now I do believe, there you go, you can see the mark, see? Easy. It's like a burnout machine. There, please, thank you. Well, it goes fast enough. I know, what else can I say about this? I mean, it just need to look at the figures. It's really set the benchmark for adventure bikes, I think. Statistics wise, it is definitely lighter than all of its competitors. I guess its main competitor is the BMW GS 1200 and the GSA. And I guess, you know, either bike's probably going to do you if you prefer a certain brand, but definitely the KTM comes in a little bit lighter, and something that I can't really test, but the reviews by professionals does say that the traction control and such on this is really a class above most of the other bikes. So yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get one of these, and if you're thinking about it, maybe you should too. Okay, so 150 horsepower out of this thing, which is significantly more than all other adventure bikes. Now, of course, people say, oh, you don't need 150 horsepower, you know, it's ridiculous. But what happens is when you select off-road mode, it actually limits that to 100 horsepower. Yeah, I don't know. So I guess you've got less when you're in off-road mode. And you've got oodles for when you're on the road, which is good, because lack of horsepower on the road is, that's the problem I'm facing at the moment. Nah, hop on. Yeah, 2 up. I mean, Jesus, this is where your 150 horsepower comes into its own. It doesn't. I can't feel him on the back at all. I'm assuming he's still there. Oh, I should check. Ah, I see. So, yes, the traction control menu doesn't come up unless you're stationary. So, traction control. Ah. Dunk. Release button. Off.
What does that mean?
So the traction control's off now.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, so I've learned something. The traction control okay, so I couldn't wheelie. I couldn't wheelie it earlier, but with the traction control off, yeah, it just started climbing. So I didn't want you to fall off the back, so I didn't go too high. So in conclusion, my own conclusion, it feels good, it looks good, it sounds good, it handles good for a big bike. I mean, it would take a bit of getting used to, I guess, to really test it out, but yeah, it feels very easy to ride, very comfortable. Even 2 up, I don't feel like that's a problem at all. Obviously, power wise, there's no problem there, even 2 up. Yeah, the only other thing will be picking it up off the ground, so that'll be the test, but I mean, it's still going to be better than all your other adventure bikes. Has that got that LED headlight? Yeah. Yeah, it looks good. I like it.